Welcome back students to the part 4 of today's session. In two-dimensional motion, we know the displacement, velocity and acceleration will be having components, one along the x-axis and another along the y-axis, since the motion is occurring in a plane. So consider a particle which moves in a plane such that its position coordinates change. Let A be its position at a time t and B be its position at another time t dash. T dash is equivalent to t plus delta t. Here AB is the distance travelled by the particle. Let the displacement be given by delta r, which is the displacement vector. If delta x vector and delta y vector are the displacements along the x and y directions, then vector delta r is equivalent to vector delta x plus vector delta y. Coming to the concept of velocity in two-dimensional motion, consider the components of velocity along the x and y directions to be vx and vy. Then the instantaneous displacement can be written as delta r vector is equivalent to delta x vector plus delta y vector. Differentiating the above equation, the instantaneous velocity becomes vector v is equivalent to limit delta t tends to 0 delta r by delta t. Substituting for delta r from the above equation, we get v is equivalent to limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t plus delta y by delta t. We have already discussed that limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t is equivalent to dx by dt. Similarly, limit delta t tends to 0 delta y by delta t is equivalent to dy by dt. Hence, velocity vector v is equivalent to dx by dt plus dy by dt, or v is the sum of vx plus vy, that is velocity along the x direction plus velocity along the y direction. Coming to the concept of acceleration, we know instantaneous acceleration is given by a is equivalent to limit delta t tends to 0 delta v by delta t, which is written as d by dt of v. If the acceleration is a constant, a is equivalent to delta v by delta t, or delta v is equivalent to a delta t, or delta v can be written as the change in velocity v2 minus v1, which is equivalent to a delta t, or v2 is equivalent to v1 plus a delta t. If ax and ay are the components of acceleration a, then a can again be written as ax plus ay, or d by dt of vx plus d by dt of vy. Considering the equations of motion in the case of two-dimensional motion, we have two components for displacement, velocity and acceleration. We have already discussed that the equations of motion in a straight line are v is equivalent to u plus at, s is equivalent to ut plus half at square, and v square is equivalent to u square plus 2as. U is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity, s is the displacement, a is the acceleration, and t is the time interval. So the equations of motion for an object moving in a plane is given as Vx is equivalent to ux plus axt, Vy is equivalent to uy plus ayt. Sx is equivalent to uxt plus half axt square and Sy is equivalent to uyt plus half ayt square. Vx square is equivalent to ux square plus 2ax into s. Vy square is equivalent to uy square plus 2ay into s. Here, the velocity, displacement and acceleration have x and y components. The two examples of motion in two dimensions are projectile motion and uniform circular motion. Coming to the concept of relative velocity in two dimensions. We have already studied that relative velocity VAB is equivalent to VA minus VB and VBA is equivalent to VB minus VA. This is applicable in the case of two dimensions also. Here also VBA will be equivalent to minus of VAB. Hope you have understood the motion in two dimensions. Thank you, dear students.